Hi everybody, we're back and hopefully you've practiced the last video that we put up of how to create a space for your partner, how to create the posture so that you can dance together. So let's just review that very quickly. We create the crunches, we crunch in our pelvic, we crunch in our stomach, ab crunch, and we squeeze our pecs, and that pops out in front. That creates a space for the partner. So to create a space, okay, if we both bend our knees a little bit, lean forward slightly, keep our seat underneath, crunch our abs, okay, crunch our pecs. Now, see when I went like that? I created a hole and she created a hole in her center, in my center. So now, guess what? Something goes in that hole we created and we stay there and dance. And this is how, like I was mentioning before, Pablo Verón in the movie, how we have that freedom. We create a space that she can float around. So it feels like, okay, that I'm dancing, I'm not touching here. Like there's this air cushion between her and I like this, and I just move with her, and she can feel that. I very lightly touch her, and I can move her, but I'm keeping that air cushion like this, so she has freedom to dance in there. She's doing the same thing with the guy, okay? So now this connection, we create that space. Now part of what creates that space is to keep these elbows in front of us. If these elbows start going back, she and he have no place to dance. They have to dance inside of each other. So you have to keep your arms in front. Now don't get it mixed up. They're not stiff. You don't make them real stiff, never. They're always flexible and elastic. But we put our arms in front of us, but when we move, we don't let them collapse. We keep them out there. So then she can feel that. I can feel hers also. So I have this space around here. When I move, she picks up a lot of that indication from my movement. So to practice that, what we're going to do, first of all, a couple things here. Come on over here. Good. I'm just going to put my wrists on the side of her shoulders, okay? And that's it. And I compare it to a robot on the assembly line. Pick something up, put it over here. Pick something up. That's what we do with our partner. Okay? I'm trying to make these as visible as possible to you. You'll have to play with it and get your own feel. But that's a way to start feeling. If I move, see, I just go. Now, what I'm holding on to her with are my pecs. Okay? I don't push-pull in the back. I don't push-pull with the hand back and forth. If I squeeze my pecs, that comes in like that, and I can very comfortably lead her. Okay, next, she's going to raise her arms a little bit. Now I'm going to take my wrists and just connect with her rib cage. I'm squeezing in. I'm not pushing or pulling. So when I move, she can feel my movement. I don't collapse. I'm not stiff, but she can feel my movement because I'm clamped on right here. You notice I'm not using any fingers. Okay? Then I can go ahead and lead her with that. I have it here. 1, 2, I go outside. I turn her a little with my wrists. I let her go. See? So all I'm doing is, there's 3 leads, okay? Swivel left, swivel right, traverse across the floor. When I want to traverse across the floor, I'll swivel her first. I'll take my arms over here to let her go across the floor. Then I'll swivel her again. Come across, swivel, come across, see? So here, we'll make her swivel. Going across without moving it will allow her to take the step. That's it. That's all you can do right there for your ochos. Now, if you're doing that with, sorry, before we do that, now she's going to do the same thing. She's going to squeeze her pecs and squeeze in on my shoulder blade. That's it. That's all she's doing. So I still have room to dance. Okay, I come out here. She cruzadas, I can turn her. See? So now I'm leading her with my shoulders. That's it. When I go forward, she walks out right. Okay? So they're not stiff, but they just give this nice little squeeze. That's all you need. Just a squeeze from the pecs and it stays out there. And we lead and fall and that and still have freedom. Now, when we dance here, we're doing the same thing. You don't even have to touch this hand. Hang may do the same thing. Take your fingers off, please. And we're just going to press in. Pick the elbow up just a hair. Good. I'm going to press in here. Okay? And I'm going to press in here. Now, she's still in with this hand, but she's not going to let it collapse. I'm sorry, this one here. She's going to keep it there. She's still squeezing in her pecs, but she's not going to let it collapse. And she'll feel a little pressure coming from me pushing in. So now, I'm sort of pushing in between my palm of my hand and my wrist. That's where she's at. She's right in between that. So I take her and I just place her out here. And we can be as far apart as we want to, or as close as we want. So she always knows where I'm going. I keep it out here. Okay, she dances out there. She doesn't dance inside me. The closer you get in close embrace, the more important this becomes because we don't want to smash into each other. So when we get into a closer embrace, okay, now when I squeeze in, now instead of here, I'm actually squeezing her into my bicep with this hand, okay? So now I'm pushing in a little bit. She can wrap her arm around me, and now see, no hand. I'm just squeezing in with my left hand, pushing into my bicep. Now I can keep her very close. So we can be dancing close to close, dress just touching our shirts very lightly, and still I'm telling her everything to do, what she's supposed to do, and she reads it like that. Another reason is because she's keeping her center. Okay, now this is another one that's important. Okay, if I'm laying slightly forward, close embrace or open, okay, right here, our axis, okay, is, boom, our sternum going straight through our front knee into the ball of the floor. That's your axis. Go straight down towards the floor. Now, what we do is we share an axis. Now here you can see it because I'm a little bit taller, okay? So actually when I'm in close here, I can actually feel my axis going down through her axis. If we're the same height, they would mesh, but right here, I'm a little bit taller. So now I can actually feel my axis, okay, going right through her axis. Okay, so ladies, you keep your axis the same way. And guys, your extra responsibility is you have to be very aware of where her axis is. And you help, remember I was telling you to turn her? Okay, you're very aware of where she's at. So I can feel her axis, she steps, when she steps there, I rotate my arms around her axis. Boom. So I know where mine's at, but that's a little bigger steps, huh? Good. Boom, big, right. Boom. So I'm very aware of where she's at, and I try and rotate her around her axis.